Did you know that the Bitcoin halving is a programmed event? This event reduces the reward for mining Bitcoin by 50%, which is a surge that has historically followed the price of Bitcoin. But in 2022, Bitcoin experienced a significant decline, losing around 65% of its market value. This unexpected drop caught crypto enthusiasts by surprise, as various unfortunate events. As a result, questions arise about what the future holds for Bitcoin. Will it rise again in 2023? Or are we in for another crash similar to 2022? This video discusses all those questions, including Bitcoin halving in detail. So let's get started. Bitcoin halving is an interesting process that controls the rate at which new Bitcoins are released. It happens approximately every 4 years, or after every 210,000 blocks have been added to the blockchain. But how does it work? Bitcoin's underlying technology, called the blockchain, dictates how new Bitcoins are created. Miners, those fancy computers in the Bitcoin network, compete with each other to verify transactions. It's like a digital race to prove that the transactions are legit. When miners successfully validate a group of transactions, known as a block, they are rewarded with brand spanking new Bitcoins. It's like finding a shiny digital treasure. But here's the kicker. The software behind Bitcoin is programmed to cut the mining reward in half after every 210,000 blocks are added to the blockchain. Imagine you're a miner, and you've been getting a certain number of Bitcoins as a reward for your hard work. Suddenly, after a certain number of blocks, boom, your reward is cut in half. That's what Bitcoin halving is all about. This clever mechanism helps control the inflation rate of Bitcoin and ensures that new Bitcoins are gradually released into circulation. It's like a built-in synthetic form of inflation control. So, as time goes on, the number of new Bitcoins being created gets smaller and smaller until eventually, all the Bitcoins that will ever exist are in circulation. There have been 3 Bitcoin halvings so far, and they've had quite an impact on the rewards that miners receive. Let's break it down for you. The first halving took place back in 2012 when the Bitcoin network had mined 210,000 blocks. At that point, the block rewards for miners were slashed in half, going from 50 BTC Bitcoin to 25 BTC. That was a significant change. Then, in 2016, the second halving occurred. This time, it happened when the network reached the mining of the 420,000 block. As a result, the mining rewards dropped again, this time from 25 BTC to 12.5 BTC. The halvings were having a real impact on how many new Bitcoins were entering circulation. The most recent halving took place in May 2020. By this time, the Bitcoin network had mined enough blocks, and the reward for miners was reduced once more. It dropped from 12.5 BTC to 6.25 BTC. Now, here's an interesting tidbit. The final halving is scheduled to occur in 2140. That's quite a way into the future. After this last halving, the reward system will switch to relying solely on transaction fees. It means that miners will no longer receive new Bitcoins as rewards. Instead, he'll earn fees from processing transactions on the network. One may wonder what the impact of Bitcoin halving is on the price of Bitcoin. The answer is it has already been claimed that Bitcoin halving might result in higher prices. The impact of half on the future price of Bitcoin cannot be predicted. According to investors, price changes will follow a similar pattern to past halving occasions. However, after future halving events, Bitcoin's price will be determined by how demand evolves during the halving. It is critical to understand that increased demand does not always imply an increase in price or even a price stagnation. So is halving a good thing? Halving is one of the core economics attracting investors to Bitcoin. This is because, unlike fiat currencies that are bound to be inflationary due to their ever-increasing supply, Bitcoin is capped at a maximum supply, and halvings reduce its inflation rate. Generally, the Bitcoin halving is considered a good economic model as it creates disinflationary pressure on the digital currency, helping it to increase in value over time, provided demand for Bitcoin continues to grow. But the big question is, will Bitcoin rise again in 2023? We will find out the answer Before that, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Now, let's focus on the answer. After facing some ups and downs, the world's largest cryptocurrency is on the road to recovery. Over the past week, it has surged by almost 1% and is currently trading at around $30,500. That's a monthly gain of about 12.87%, which is quite impressive if you ask me. Now, what led to this recovery? Well, there are a few factors at play. The weakening of the dollar, cooling inflation data, and a pause in the rate hike in the US have all contributed to Bitcoin's upward movement in the past couple of weeks. These macroeconomic conditions have had a positive impact on the cryptocurrency market as a whole. It's worth mentioning that just a while ago, Bitcoin had actually fallen below $26,000, reaching a 3-month low. This drop occurred when the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, sued one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges, Binance, along with its founder and CEO, Changpeng Zhao. The SEC accused Binance of mishandling funds and violating securities laws. This situation had a downward effect on Bitcoin's price. However, experts believe that if Bitcoin manages to stay above the resistance level of $30,000, there's a good chance it could bounce back even further. On the other hand, if it breaks below that level, it might go as low as $28,000. Despite this recent recovery, it's important to note that Bitcoin is still down by almost 50% from its all-time high, which was reached in November 2021 when it crossed the $69,000 mark. So there's still a long way to go before we reach those levels again. Looking ahead to August 2023, cryptocurrency experts have come up with their forecast for the price of Bitcoin, BTC. According to their analysis, the minimum trading cost for Bitcoin during this month could be around $26,977.79. On the other hand, the maximum price is projected to reach approximately $37,913.94. Taking the average of these estimates, the value of Bitcoin is expected to be around $32,445.87 in August 2023. It's important to note that these predictions are based on current market trends and various factors that could influence the price of Bitcoin. As with any financial forecast, there is always a degree of uncertainty, and actual market conditions may vary. Retail investors should keep a close eye on Bitcoin and be cautious with their moves. This year has been quite tumultuous for Bitcoin, with a lot of volatility driven by macroeconomic conditions in major markets like the US and the UK. Additionally, India has taken a tough stance on cryptocurrencies, bringing crypto-related transactions under the Money Laundering Act. You might also be interested in knowing if Bitcoin will hit $10,000 by 2023. Well, it's no secret that Bitcoin, BTC, has experienced an astonishing rally, surpassing an 80% gain since the beginning of this year. These unexpected and massive gains have outperformed several other major assets, providing substantial returns for those who purchased BTC during dips. The excitement within the industry is palpable as everyone eagerly awaits the new peak of the world's largest cryptocurrency. Many are hopeful for even greater milestones to be achieved. Marshall Beard, the Chief Strategy Officer at Gemini, a US-based cryptocurrency exchange, shares this optimism. He believes that Bitcoin has the potential to break its previous all-time high and reach a price figure of $100,000. With the previous record high near $69,000, the $100,000 mark represents an intriguing milestone for Bitcoin. The sentiment surrounding Bitcoin's future prospects remains positive, with industry experts and enthusiasts alike anticipating further growth and milestones. As the year progresses, it will be fascinating to see how Bitcoin performs and whether it can reach and surpass these lofty price targets. So that's the current state of Bitcoin, on a path to recovery, but still with some challenges and uncertainties ahead. It's a roller coaster ride for sure, and keeping an eye on the developments in the cryptocurrency world is key for anyone interested in Bitcoin. So what do you think about it? Don't forget to tell us in the comment section. Thanks for watching.